Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's almost time!
What's going on? Just looking at some little tallies here. But welcome to It's Almost Time. I'm Cornbread 217, the ref for tonight, just making sure shit is fair. Because I'm going to be straight up with you. I ain't watched these fights. And not that I didn't watch them, but my high ass was watching the wrong ones. So we're going to let these niggas take over today. So in the red corner, you got none other than the steak sauce A1. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what it do? I appreciate the honesty on that one. A little high moment, like, bro, yeah. I swear I'm psychic. I know what's about to happen.
Yeah, like I know this nigga finna get hit with a noon to 6 and get disqualified. But no, it's all good. And then in the blue corner, resident hater, the Chungus among us.
Fuck yeah.
That nigga Hall, no Walker. You know what I'm saying?
No, I need to watch
with his despised morning ass.
That's right.
I feel left out. You crying. You got a band down there. You got a band over there. I need a band, damn it.
Well, you got a band of cards, Nick.
Band of cards?
Yeah. The UFC cards. The crystal amethysts and the diamond republics and whatever.
Bro, let me pull some one-on-ones, man, and I'm gonna fuck around and act like I don't know nobody. No,
no, but real quick before we go in, because I'm trying to get the It's Almost Time parlay tallies down.
Womp womp.
And so this would have been the fourth fight of this year, third. Okay. So
he goes, no, I'm just making sure that y'all are aware that I
got the days. I'm circling the days that we get done. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, hey, and I'll give credit where credit is due. You're batting 1,000 right now. You've called all three. We doing money lines. We keeping it simple for the purposes of the championship belt. That is happening at the end of the year, but.
We could still go through the motions, but just for tally's sake, I got me. Did y'all pull y'all's off?
Well, let's just go. We'll cover that right now.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get it down. I like you want to.
I like where your head's at. So we just gonna go ahead and cover it while we on the topic. We just gonna hit all of them and just let them know what happened with the
parlay boys.
My pick for the evening, I mean, it was like a sure pick. Come on, be fucking Joe Pyfer. Bet on Joe Pyfer. Like Dana White is always Joe Pyfer. Man, get the oil, boys. My pick was Joe Pyfer, and after about 7 minutes of him swinging at Hermansson's head and him not going to sleep, he didn't know what to do. Kind of gassed.
I see what you did there. Instead of Herman's head, it's Hermansson's head.
Hermansson.
Herman's heads. I know what you did. I seen it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll allow it.
You'll allow it. I'll take it. But yeah, when it went into we hit the third round, and that's kind of where momentum shifted. You could just tell. Pyfer didn't have the pop that he did to start out the first two. Again, he was throwing everything, even the kitchen sink at Hermansson, and Jack was. There's a reason why this motherfucker has been ranked 11 for 2 years and ain't fought. He's a good gatekeeper, and I must have forgot because he does what Jack Hermansson does, and not to say like that this means that the hype train that is Joe Pyfer is over. Nah, dude was unranked. He hit a wall, and he gonna learn from this. If he's smart, he will learn from this, and he'll be back better.
This is what I like. I'd rather see this. I'd rather see someone get tested, fail, and come back than see him give like you fucking 20 fucking, cans to smash
Hey,
in a row until you're ready.
I know where you're going with this one.
Until you're ready.
You
gotta give him more fights. He's not ready yet.
These subliminals are directed at.
He's not ready yet, even though we signed him into the UFC, so we got to give him a bunch of little baby fights.
It's not that he's not ready. The reason Nickel is fighting the level of competition that he's fighting is because he's at the level of pay of where he's at. He's got 2 fights under his current contract at the pay that he's at right now.
And they could renegotiate, though. I don't care what the reason is. I don't want to watch can-crushing competitions.
Can-crushing competitions.
The Triple C.
See who can crush the can the easiest.
Hey, that new Triple C in
the
town.
Last crushing that I heard that I liked was car crash cuts.
Car crash cuts.
Yeah. But he said can-crushing competition. That's some prestigious sounding shit.
Say that 5 times fast.
You feel me?
That makes me want to come up with a segment called This Week's Can Crusher.
Man, okay. You might be able to. It might not be able to be a weekly thing, but I think every so often you can highlight a can crusher.
Listen, after this year's it's almost time contracts and we go into renegotiation. We gonna lobby for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Gotcha. Also, this is gonna be the last night we go on during the weekdays. We're gonna definitely stick to a more consistent groove, and Dre, I'm gonna communicate that with you, but it'll be Sunday afternoons because we would like to. I already kind of told Paul and announced a little bit the Real Ninjas Network teaming
merger.
The merger. Yep. The affiliation.
And I would even and I don't know if y'all talked about this. I know we mentioned it. I would even be down during the fights to not necessarily we don't have to go live, but just either get in a party at minimum, at max, get on stream and just react to the shit that's going on.
Yeah, well, and that's funny you mentioned that because we kind of did that this last Saturday when we were running. We went over the results of the fight night for before, and then he goes, I was like, actually the fights are on now, so we gonna double check something, or he was watching them in the background on mute, and so I tried to get out there. We got about 10-15 minutes in, and my stuff crashed. Yeah. It was just that wasn't ready logistically to set it up quite yet. Right. But yeah, I'm on board for it moving forward because it's a lot of fun. I'm already sitting watching the fights anyways.
Right.
I know we ran that one.
I just think that'll add a little something to the show.
It's extra.
Other people ain't doing,
Yep. There are some streamers out there. I got to shout out my boy at MMA Experts he does the same thing. He'll not only give his breakdown, but then we'll go live the night of and do his reactions. So no, I definitely I don't want to say we pioneers of the shit, but I'm definitely
no
to expand and give people some more here at It's Almost Time. I love
and you know that coming over to a Real Ninjas network, we kind of fancy ourselves over at the network as hood-ertainment, but with a certain we're not gonna we're not trying to do anything necessarily that will show a negative light, you know what I'm saying? But freedom of speech, absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
First Amendment protectors.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
As long as it definitely has a purpose, do what you feel.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
but yeah, no, back to not you always want to beat Joe Pyfer, except for the night that he fought Hermansson. I'll just say that.
I was going to say, it sounds like this nigga's made of a literal gate. And he just couldn't get through it. You know what I'm saying?
That's basically what it was. We hit the 3rd round, and that was the swing round. That's really when the momentum changed. I thought that there was a chance that Pyfe might have gotten a nod from one of the judges on that round, but nope. It was straight 3 rounds to 2, and Hermansson took over in the 3rd, and I think that's what his game plan was. He knew Joe has never been. I don't think he been 3 rounds once. He had never been 5 rounds, so he already knew this dude has not been tested. He's been putting these cans to sleep. So let him think that he's gonna do this, and then I'm gonna take over. He ended the 5th round, I think, with like 34. No, maybe a couple minutes left. Actually, no, about half the round left. Hermansson got a takedown. Joe didn't try to get up one time. He accepted defeat. He knew it was over. He knew he wasn't getting up. And hopefully he learns from this. I like Joe. I want to see him succeed. I want to see this dude go on and fight some of the bigger names. But this is going to be a humbling experience for him, and hopefully he learns from it. The other parlay. Do you remember who you picked? I'm pretty sure I already deleted my parlays over here.
I deleted my parlay.
Oh no, he picked Petrosyan. And the reason he picked Petrosyan is because he got Petrosyan confused with Sarukian.
I thought Armin Petrosyan was Armin Sarukian, and so I bet on him.
And they got the same name.
So no, he's seen the name and he's like, "Oh yeah, give me
Petrosyan, Sarukian. They're both Armin. It's pretty close."
Nah, bro, for real. and then Petrosyan dropped the ball.
It
was an alright fight, but he lost that fight. And then Luke Boonmi was your pick, and she came through. And again, this is one of them fights. You had 2 very high level stand up fighters clashing, and ain't nobody want to do shit because they was scared that the other person was gonna get them. So it was a bunch of just feeler shots. And
better or worse than the Esparza.
Not quite as bad as Esparza and Namajunas.
You know that's the bar.
Yeah.
Evidently. I don't you know what I mean?
They actually they outperformed. They did more in 3 rounds than Rose and Carla did with 5.
Okay.
But it was a very similar blueprint. There was very little action and things happening to even judge off of. So Luke Boonmi did just enough to get the decision.
So I saw her fight before this, and she was very active, striking, you know what I'm saying? And then I looked at this fight, and I seen that the other girl was a striker as well. So I'm like, oh, well, of course I'm going with Muay Thai on this one. You know what I'm saying? Not because I think I saw the other girl fight one time too. You know what I mean? So
now you did enough homework that it worked for you, because right now the official count for the It's Almost Time 3-way parlay championship is Cornbread in the lead with 3 notches out of 3 fights. Murder. And me and Paul both at 1. I'm happy I'm on the board. I got on the board after the last weekend, but I was hoping that I was going to build, and I was hoping Pyfer was going to help me build. You let me down, my guy, but I know you'll be back. I know you'll be back. Hey, anything can happen in the fight game.
Yep, and that is today's. Hold on, where is that? And that is today's Parlay Boys.
Yep. Hey, and while we're on it, I mean, if we want to peek ahead and lock these parlays in right quick for this upcoming weekend.
That might have been what I was just doing, browsing the next card.
just a little browsing,
Yeah, seeing what we're in for, seeing what my choices are.
Some 298 action.
Oh fuck.
It's a lot of I might have to take my boy Roman, fam.
If you had to guess off the top of your head, what do you think?
I wasn't even gonna say anything. I was gonna let everybody pick, but that was gonna be
But my man Mario Justin Tafa is on that too, though.
Ooh.
Tafa Bros.
Marcos Rogerio de Lima. Oh no, I know who I'm taking. The motherfucking hybrid, nigga.
Who?
The hybrid. Rinya Nakamura. We ain't seen him since last year.
Yo, that's the fucking can crusher of the week right there, bro. Negative 1,200. I'm here for it.
What, Rinya Nakamura?
Yeah.
Dog.
Minus 1,200?
Vegas agrees with you.
Yes. Yes, nigga. Like, he's about to beat the fucking brakes off this nigga. Like, he said Vegas agrees with you. Thank you, Vegas.
Yeah, they said
Cause
negative 1200. Other guy has no chance. Carlos Vera's
no
fucked.
fucking chance, bro.
He's so fucked they didn't even upload his picture.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's a last minute replacement or something. Maybe that's why the spread's so huge.
Oh my fucking goodness. He said, yeah, Vegas agrees.
Oh, who you gonna pick then, Mr. Resident Hater?
Well, you know, this is a really fun card. There's several picks I want to make, which is what I consider to be fun. What's up?
The early pre's, though, got some
Maverick. Miranda Maverick kicking the card off.
I saw that.
with
Yeah.
Andrea Lee. Gee, that Oban Elliott and Val Woodburn finna be that.
Yep.
Danny Barlow's undefeated against Josh Quinlan, nigga. What?
You also got Amanda Lemos and Mackenzie Dern on the undercard. That's the main event of the prelims.
Nigga, that whole the prelims is a fucking fight night.
Yeah, it's a pretty good. It's a good card.
That's a fucking fight night, bro.
No, I will say this, and people are hating on 300, but
it's a pay-per-view, right?
98, 299, and 300 are like, bro, we're not gonna get another stack of cards like this for probably at least 3 months or another quarter or two.
When's Mexican Independence Day? Because I know he's got this
September.
It's good.
Yeah.
I hope
so we'll probably get a nice little, maybe end of summer it'll start ramping up. You'll get the Abu Dhabi card in July or August. And then so on and so forth. But yeah, who you taking, Paul?
My bad. Go ahead, Paul. If I cut you off, I didn't mean.
No, you're good. It's all good. We're all just trying to have fun here.
No, I was just saying I'm at the crib solo for $298 if y'all niggas want to come here.
Word up.
Sounds pretty fucking dope, actually. Hopefully,
a bachelorette party. You know what I'm saying? We can do that.
Word up. Word up. I will have my little man with me, but he likes fights.
Yeah, you know I don't care.
Get it figured out. Since he's still looking, I'm gonna lock in my boy Kopylov against Fluffy.
That you heard me. I said, "Ooh, Roman."
Yeah, no, bro. And when you said it, I was like, "Don't do it. Don't take my shit."
Man, it's so hard to pick on this fucking card.
Now you got a better one because like you get you the only one guaranteed. They ain't even showing me Kopylov's odds against Anthony Hernandez, but I fuck with Roman so hard that
I don't remember the exact episode, but after I watched that nigga fight, whenever the next time we broadcasted, I said, "Yo, this motherfucker." And he's bantamweight is getting ready to be the champion in the next year and a half, 2 years.
Kopylov? Is that who we're talking about?
Nakamura.
Oh, gotcha.
I said he went in there and wrestled with a nigga. I don't know how wrestling works, but this nigga had a black belt in wrestling, nigga. And he outworked this nigga the whole time. I said, that's like outworking. It's not like outworking Bones Jones, nigga, but it's like outworking Stipe. You feel me?
Yeah.
And he's a bantamweight, so he's got to see a Pantosia's, motherfucking Marinos, and you know what I'm saying? What we say about that shit last year? I said bantamweight is that division, nigga.
No, it really is. No, that is probably from number 10 through 1 anyways, is the most stacked division in the company right now.
Killers, fam.
And bro, and I'll even go one further, man. That division is so stacked. You got to watch out even fighting anybody outside of the top 15 because any of those guys could be ranked top 10 at any given night.
Any given Sunday, I shut them down.
Any given Saturday.
I'm telling you.
We're locked in.
Who'd you pick?
Who you got?
Rinya Nakamura, Roman Kopylov, and I can't read it. Ian Gary.
Oh, okay.
Machado. which
Yeah.
translates to cuck in Iowa.
I was about to say, does that translate to my wife's boyfriend or something?
He's part of the Ku Klux Klan.
the Ku Klux Klan.
Yep. He just wants black guys to fuck his wife.
And he should hit up Vince McMahon and they should hang out.
Oh
Dog.
shit!
Hey, I know you seen my Vince McMahon text readings, fam.
That shit was so fucking funny, dude. I had to clip the fuck out of that. That
Yeah.
shit was so fucking
Oh
funny.
my
I still
God. Hey,
Was this on Ninjas?
it was on Morning Ninjas, fam.
Man, you might have to send me that link.
I'm posting them all as reels and shit. Like, because Paul's like, I'm clipping all of these and I'm sending them to you. I was like, bet.
The shit was fucking hilarious, bro. Had me fucking dying.
In the
Hey, wait, repeat it one more time for the
Parlay Boys.
Locking in with Ian Gary. Do you want to know all three or just my pick right now?
Yeah, all of them.
All right. So for this week's parlays, we've got Rinya Nakamura, Roman Kopylov, and Ian Gary at plus 358.
Woo!
I'll take it.
358. Because that minus 1200 brought us way the fuck down, didn't it?
Right, yeah. And then Kopylov is plus 95, so that kind of counteracted it a little bit. And then my minus 230.
Oh, he's a plus?
Yeah, almost plus 200 on DraftKings.
Kopylov is?
Yeah.
Man. I'm a ride with it.
I'm geeked for this one now. Because I didn't even know he was fighting. I knew everybody else was.
Man.
I said Japan is trying to get their shit back low key.
I also threw a little single
nigga,
on
we was the masters of the world at one point, nigga.
Yeah. But real quick here, because we did get off a little bit. I know we discussed last week's parlay. In the main event though of this last weekend's fight night, Roma Dolidze and Nasruddin Imavov. It went to a majority decision. It should have been unanimous, but I think it was in the third round. Imavov clearly knew Dolidze had his hand down, still threw a knee at his head, made contact, got a point deducted for it. What I want to know is when the fuck they're going to implement the new goddamn rule that does not constitute a grounded opponent. I'm tired of these motherfuckers. Oh, I'm going to put my hand down so you can't strike me. No, you a pussy, dude. You stalling because you know you can't get hit. Take that rule away and let some people get kneed real quick and see how quick that shit stops.
Let's just do grounded knees to the head.
Because I feel,
bring the pride rules.
I feel like because what's the difference between if you're like, you know, have me from behind and I got a hand down and I'm grounded, or if I go to fucking take you down and I got a hand on the ground and you knee me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's part of combat. Like, this is part of a fight.
Yeah.
I know you say you want pride rules, but do you remember the rope escape rule? Do you want that one too?
Well, but that's the only rule that won't translate because there ain't no ropes.
Right, but like, I don't know. I mean, you could just grab the cage and stand up.
Try to jump over the octagon and be like, "Fuck no!"
You just grab the cage and then they let you back up.
No, I'm gonna just
instead of penalizing you, they let you stand up.
Man,
I'm throwing you off the top, fam.
But yeah, it went to a majority decision. One judge had it a draw due to the fact of that point deduction and given enough to Dolidze, which I think that judge was crazy. Anyway, I don't know what fight that judge was watching. We actually did have former UFC fighter Chris Lieben judging some of the cards on Saturday, or some of the fights. He's all nice, suit and tied up, hand tats, but professional as fuck.
Professional.
Co-main event was Renato Moicano.
Are we going over 2 weeks ago's card first?
What?
Are we?
The last week was Jack Hermansson and Joe Pyfer, right?
Oh,
yeah.
There was no Dolidze fight.
There he goes. He was watching. I was just going back over the one he was watching twice. I figured he might need to know again.
Oh, okay. I got you.
That's on me. No, okay, so no. Last weekend's co-main event was Dan 50K Ige versus Andre Touchy Feely. These two train outside of competition. Like these two know each other really well, are friends, but threw down because they needed to. And Ige with a first round KO gave Feely the fucking business, bro. And you could tell he felt bad after, but in that moment, he even addressed it in his post fight. He said, I couldn't let that get in front of it. I love that kid, but this is business. And we both knew that, and this is what needed to happen. And got performance of the night. 50K, got himself 50K.
50K Ige.
Yep.
Let's go.
Robert
You didn't have to pray with your brother.
Yep. Robert Brzezek versus Ihor Topuria. Topuria got a unanimous decision. That fight was actually back and forth a little bit, but they gave it to the right person.
It says 188-pound catch weight. I wonder if one of them missed weight.
Where are you seeing this?
Sure, dog.
Okay, see, UFC need to be updating that because it just has it listed as a middleweight bout. But
I always look on Sure Dog. They have all the good hella information right there.
They got the micro data.
Yep.
I'm looking at the entire card right here. Everybody who won is on the left. Everybody who lost is on the right. And then right next to that, it says how they lost and what round they lost.
Yeah.
Brad Tavares versus Gregory Rodriguez.
Banger.
I was a little upset for a good couple rounds of this. Just like it felt like.
Really? I loved the whole fight.
I see. The thing is, I had a 2-leg parlay. I had Rodriguez to win by KO, and I had Pyfer to win money line or double chance or something. So I was sweating on this one until the third round when he put it on him. And like looking back on it, this was a banger of a fight. It was back and forth, and Tavares can fucking take a shot and dish it back out, man. Like Rodriguez looked a little worried there for a little bit when he wasn't going down. I will give Rodriguez's corner a lot of credit, though, in between the second and the third round. Let him know he's like, hey, you kind of let him back into this. You kind of let off the gas a little bit. We need to go really put a stamp on round 3, like really just go try to get this. And he listened. Because, 55 seconds to round 3, literally, it was a stand-up TKO. He didn't knock him down. But dude was out on his feet. I think he took like 4 or 5 unanswered right hooks to the face, and only thing keeping him up was the fence. So I justified stoppage, and Rodriguez did the damn thing. We have Michael Johnson versus Darius Flowers. Flowers making his UFC debut, I think, off of Contender Series. This is his first UFC fight, though, against Michael Johnson. But, Michael got the unanimous decision and actually tried for a couple submissions, just wasn't able to pull it off. But I think we saw a more reserved Michael Johnson, which I think kind of serves him better because when he gets in these firefights and stuff, he puts too much in and he ends up getting caught. This dude has one of the craziest track records I've ever seen a UFC fighter have as far as athletes or people that he has beat. This dude's got wins over Dustin Poirier. He rocked Khabib in their fight, like just literally has some wins over some really prestigious fighters, but then loses to these nobodies.
Who am I hearing?
What is that?
Oh, that was no, I was while you was telling the story, I was just giving ambiance.
Oh, okay. The ambiance. Where's this coming from, man? Do I keep talking? Like, do they hear me? Where's this shit coming from?
I didn't know if you could hear it, so I'm like, I'm gonna just keep playing until they say something. No, I'm done.
I just learned something new about Michael Johnson. You know where he's from?
Where?
Missouri.
Yeah, St. Louis. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yep.
Shouts to Anton.
Well, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was actually St. Louis, but I knew it was Missouri. Another to kick off the main card, it was Rodolfo Vieira versus Armen Petrosyan, and Vieira won via submission first round. And actually, there's only like 12 seconds left. I think didn't he get like an arm triangle or an anaconda or something like that? Like it didn't even really seem like it was that deep. And if dude was aware of how much time was left, probably could have survived, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Vieira got performance of the night, so he got $50K for that. The main prelim, Trevin Giles versus Carlos Prates, and Prates got a second round KO over Giles. This is actually a really good fight. Got performance of the night as well. Good scrap. We have Balaje Oki versus Timmy Kuamba. This, again, a lot of these on the undercard, and the commentators were saying it too. A lot of these fights to start out the night were not the best fights. People were point fighting or scared to engage. It was a lot of feeling out. But yeah, Oki got a split decision win. I can't really say I remember a ton about it. Loma Lukbunmi got the unanimous decision win over Bruna Brazil. Again, kind of hard to judge. It won not a lot of offense, but Luke Boonme did enough and got the nod. I feel like, if you were to have to give it to one of them, they gave it to the right one.
Word.
We had Devin Clark versus Marcin Prashino. Prashino with the unanimous decision win. Again, I don't remember a ton about it, which is crazy because it was like 4 or 5 days ago. Max Griffin, though, and Jeremiah Wells, that was a decent fight. I actually like that one. There's some decent offense by both, but Max Payne with the unanimous decision over Wells.
Word up.
We had Zach Puaga versus Bogdan Guskov.
Yeah.
Guskov with a first round KO and a performance of the night, so got himself a little bonus for that one. And actually, he fucked dude up.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
Puga's from the last Ultimate Fighter with Brad Katona now.
You said Guskov is?
No, Puga.
Puga?
Guskov might have been too, actually. Hold on. He might have been on there. No, he's not the dude.
Second fight of the night was Fernie Garcia versus Haider Amil. Amil with the second round KO. Amil looked real strong, was really impressed. I think even the commentators were really, really liked what they saw. And to start out the night, it was Daniel Marcos versus Akierling, and it was no contest. I think it was Marcos got poked in the eye, could not continue. Or no, maybe I think Akierling got poked and just could not clear his eye out. They gave him the full 5 minutes to recover. He couldn't see proper, so he didn't continue. It was no contest.
Sure Dog has failed me. It says accidental groin kick as the result of the no contest. You fucking lying piece of shit website.
Bro, it might have been. Maybe
I'm just over exaggerating. I'm just fucking around.
Okay. Maybe I'm lying.
I'm finding a reason to
actually he did get kicked in the groin, bro, and this was one of them.
I think both happened, right?
It was I think it was a poke and a groin kick.
Yeah, I thought he got poked first and then kicked.
It might have been. It might have been.
I was like, you know what, nigga, fuck this shit.
Yeah, but it was only 3. It was at 3 minutes and 28 seconds or round 2.
Yeah, according to Sure Dog.
But they still called it a no contest. I thought if it went over 1.5, that they had to go to the card.
That's actually true. Maybe since they only had 1 round to judge, maybe it has to go 2 rounds.
It could be. That's weird. I just noticed that though.
People.
But yeah, let's go ahead and peek ahead to this upcoming weekend's fucking pay-per-view. Like I said, these next 3 fucking pay-per-views are just stacked. It's crazy though for who's the main event. Ain't nobody, not one of us pick them for the lock or for our parlay.
That's one I need to not pick.
Have you seen the odds?
That one.
It's almost even.
Yep. I'm not bet. I'll bet on the under, but you don't like it when I do that, so I know it ain't gonna go the distance, but I don't know who's gonna win.
Bro, Topuria did a good job at selling this fight because there ain't no way that this shit should be fucking even, bro.
I don't know, bro. Those Vegas people, they make money setting odds for a living, and they're good at it. Otherwise, they wouldn't make money.
I think they read in too much into the Makhachev deal. That's what I think it is. I think they too worried because
what about all the
got rocked or got TKO'd. How come everybody brings that up, but then don't want to talk about how Alex Pereira, fucking 3 months after getting slept by Izzy, went 3 rounds and beat Jan Blachowicz?
Yeah,
right.
They only make that argument when it's fucking convenient. They don't want to talk about the times it didn't fucking affect anything. I think the one thing that is working against Volk, and this happens with any fighter, it's that age. And I'm not saying 35. I think he's still got it in him. I think he's still got that.
Nigga's an Australian 35 though. You know what I'm saying? Like they got some different shit down there to deal with, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, bro, you don't want to fuck with an Australian farmer. Let's put it that way. An old ass 60-year-old Australian nigga. You think you want to fuck with that?
They live with like camel spiders in their house.
No, bro, they have like some poisonous ass fucking wildlife in the bush down there. Yeah,
like them niggas have fought kangaroos to get their dogs back, nigga. Like
I'll give Volkanovski a lot of credit though. He's embracing the hate of this old man status and shit. I know y'all peep the Volkanovski commercial, and almost anybody that fucks with the UFC has probably seen this commercial now. But yeah, it's basically
like not only was that concept great, but like he fucking sold it.
His timing, bro.
His timing and like his acting ability. I didn't know.
Yeah,
it was good.
Well, then I sent the one to group this morning, and it was Volkanovski talking about how one of his daughters was scared to go to bed or something, talking about, oh, what if they come in through this one? And he's like, but babe, I got you. You know, I'm pretty tough. And she's like, but what if they come in this way? It's like, but I'm a world champion. Like I fight people. She goes, but what if it's Makhachev?
What if it's Islam Makhachev?
No. Fuck, bitch. Go to bed.
Man.
Kids will humble your ass real quick 10 times out of 10.
Nah, for real.
Remind you, you're just a dad. It don't matter.
I'm going to call it now, man. My son is going to be a stand-up comedian, man. The stuff this kid says and, like, the timing of it and the snap, like, just, he's got them in the chamber ready to go. And like he be saying stuff that's like it's like, bro, you 11, you should not be that advanced with your comedy at this point. But he's got it. He's either gonna play basketball, he's gonna be the second coming of Kobe, or he's gonna be a stand-up comedian.
No, he'll be the second Larry Bird.
There we go. But he's got Black Mamba's name. So that's why I made that.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay, that's cool.
My little man's name is Kobe, but with
that's cool as fuck. That makes a lot more sense then.
But
he had to, you know, put some supremacy on that name.
I had to put some caucasity on it.
They had to make it their own. He was like, I don't want to spell it with a K. That's racist. Just change the E to a Y.
Oh, so we appropriated it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
No.
I just got off of papers too. Fuck. No.
No, that's my dude, Nick Kobalias.
Yeah. Obi-Wan Kobe.
Slightly unrelated, but I'll never get in a helicopter.
He don't know he got a full name.
But no, so any early predicts for the main event? What you think gonna happen then?
I'm rolling with the champ, nigga. You know this. I'm going.
Well, I've already discussed. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I'm going with the champ. Nigga,
Okay.
the old nigga.
Okay. The old man.
Yep.
Um,
Until y'all motherfuckers can make him look like how Islam did after he got done.
yeah.
I'm not believing nobody what anybody says.
Same.
He said that nigga said I can look at a person and know exactly what their weakness is. It's his cardio. It's I said, what? That's everybody's weakness, nigga.
But it's
From Rob.
we already kind of talked a little bit how Topuria had updated his social media to he's already got an extra win on his column, 15-0, UFC champion. He's actually making a documentary movie called Road to the Belt. Like, this is how cocky or confident dude is that he's about to do this.
And he finna end this documentary.
What's wrong?
What? He's just playing heel.
You think that's what he's doing?
Oh, 100%.
You don't think that he believes it? I just think
it could be both. I think he's exaggerating his confidence to play heel and sell the fight. Just like
gotcha. Well, somebody pointed out though one of the last times that we saw a challenger this confident that they were about to go in and do something that was going to shock the world was Conor versus Aldo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't remember what the exact statistic is, but I think it's like throughout the UFC's history, there's been like 35 fights with people that have 9 years of age difference, and the older person only won 2 of those.
Yep. And you're gonna see a lot of those statistics anytime Volk fights, just because he's getting older.
Right.
Like, but at the same time, there's a reason Topuria got fast tracked to him. There's a reason that he ain't had to fight Ortega or Holloway or those dudes that literally would be champion if Volk wasn't there.
Because he's never been to a decision in his career. That's why.
Topuria?
Yeah.
He just decisioned against Emmett.
No, he didn't. Okay, you're right.
Get the fuck out of here with
my
that.
My bad. 2 decisions.
This was one of the reasons too why I don't see him doing this to Volk. He decisioned with Josh fucking Emmett.
With Emmett, right? Yeah. And Emmett, listen, Emmett is that in his own right against certain niggas. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't sound like I'm Topuria. He stepped the fuck up too. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. But I just he got the submission over Bryce Mitchell, and then he decisioned Josh Emmett. Those are the 2 toughest opponents he had, and he did that to Bryce. He gave Bryce his first loss. But again, went to a decision with Topuria or with Emmett and had 5 rounds to do this to dude. Knocked him down a couple times, but did not finish him.
Right.
So I feel like I don't think he knows what he's going up against yet.
Do you think that the people that have been making a living setting betting odds for their entire lives are wrong? And that's what you're saying. That's what I just want to make it clear.
I say, I say that they got this one wrong. Yes.
Okay. Clipped.
Oh, no, God, please do. I'll eat my words too if I'm wrong. But I feel like just again, everybody's reading into the fact of what happened with Volk and Makhachev at 155.
I just don't think people who do this shit for a living are just gonna be thrown off the trail by like one fight. You know what I'm saying?
No, but the same people that do this for a living had the Dallas Cowboys minus 200 over my motherfucking Packers, and we saw how that ended.
They don't win every time, but obviously, but they win.
That's what
the vast majority. The vast majority, yeah.
So your question was, do I think they got this wrong? And my answer is yes.
Yes.
All right. There we go. But yeah, co-main event is
Robert Whittaker
and Paulo Costa, and I'm still not, bro, until fucking Costa's in that goddamn cage. I'm not convinced this fight is happening.
Yeah.
I threw a single down on Costa.
Are you probably gonna get refunded?
Nah.
Because it'll void when he pulls out.
Nah.
It'll void when he pulls out.
Too bad
And
everything doesn't.
I'm talking shit. Maybe I'm taking your role tonight because
Nah,
there
we're
ain't enough
good.
hate happening in this vicinity tonight. But nah, I ain't like I guess the last time he did have a legitimate reason, staph infection in your elbow, and not medically cleared. I mean, there wasn't shit he could do about it. But I
He
mean, you
drinks too much wine.
look at Kosa's fight history with the UFC. He's got more pullouts than he does actual fights. But nah, this whole card, bro. Jeff Neal, Ian Gary. Love him or hate him, or love that he lets other people love on his wife. You know, whatever the situation is, this dude can go.
Look, let that man be in the Ku Klux Klan, fam. You know what I'm saying? I hear they're a nice organization. They just want coloreds and black people to be wives.
They just want to see colored people fuck their wives.
That's it. They still want all white children and shit.
I thought Paul was going the route to say they just want to see some BBC. I was like,
that's a bar.
Yeah. They just want to see some BBC.
I gotta give a shout out to Marab Wallace Willie though, man. Dude has stepped his social media game the fuck up, man. And like even like dude can fight. He's a cardio machine. Only thing I don't like, he's got a lot of decisions. I wish, you know, you start or wish the finish rate was a little bit better. But he posted on TikTok, I think within the last day or two, was sitting there, he was doing his warm-ups and like starts hearing like sounds, and he looks over and it's a clip of I think it was it was Henry Cejudo getting Davison Figueroa ready for a fight, and he's like rubbing and slapping his back down. He starts slapping on his ass and shit. And Marab's looking over like, what the fuck? And then like you see it on his face, he gets a light bulb, he goes,
hell no.
And then next thing you know, you got these two baddies sitting next to him, rubbing him down, and he's like, yep. Like just the savagery of the TikTok. I give him mad credit. Like if he's got got to have a team, man, because that shit was thought out.
Yeah,
that was choreographed and thought out, and like, but it worked, man. He did another one too. I don't remember who. I think Sean O'Malley was outside training or throwing hands or something, and he clipped in a duet of him reacting to this shit.
Did you see the one where Marab was posting up like the pictures and how he was going to cut off Henry's tongue? And then he said he was talking about how he was going to get to the title with like the arrows and shit. And then he says at the end, after he gets the title, he's going to call fucking like 15-year-old Frankie Signs out of retirement so he can get his loss back. It's fucking hilarious, dude. I'll send it to the group chat. It's like this. It's like, you know, that meme of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where he's like trying to make all the numbers and like lines make sense.
Yeah.
It's like,
Pepe Silva or Pepe Sylvia. Yep.
Yeah.
Come to find out, Pepe Sylvia don't even work here. There is no Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah, I never actually knew the context because I've never watched the show.
Him and
I'm surprised you haven't watched that show, Paul.
I just don't watch TV at all, actually. I haven't watched any show.
Like that show specifically, like the randomness of like what the episode will be about, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's what's up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody tells me that about Rick and Morty too. They're like, I can't believe you've never seen that shit. I'm like, yeah. I guess I should.
Yeah, I had to introduce Dre to that.
Yeah, fam.
I just don't watch TV. I have a hard time like not getting bored no matter what is on the screen.
So outside of obviously UFC and sporting events, that's probably the realest TV I watch because I'd rather my TV be scripted or like movies. You know what I'm saying? I'm other than when like Real World first came out and I was like a kid and I'm like, oh, okay, like that's straight. But then going into like what is it, like the housewife era and Bad Girls Club, like I was cool.
See, no, yeah, Real World was dope. At least them first handful of seasons when they was just kicking off. Actually, a lot of people
And
forget
Road
this.
Rules.
Well, a lot of people forget this, but Real World is where Theo Vaughn got his start.
Yep.
I never did watch it. I always saw it on all the time, but I never did
Yeah,
put it on.
nah,
Was
he
it
was,
a reality
he
show?
was,
Or?
like his
Tammy,
season, he was like the
Tammy
more
was
popular
on the
one.
season, and she was a basketball wife eventually. You know what I'm saying? A couple people came off Real World.
Yep.
Was it like fucking Jersey Shore basically with
It was,
like
no,
less,
it was better than Jersey Shore.
but like
It
similar
was
like
because,
idea, I guess.
I mean, Jersey Shore was like fucking no
But it's
bounds.
it's reality TV though,
Yeah,
right? Like,
but like
okay,
so
gotcha.
same idea, but it was like
They took like 7 different people from different walks of life. They had them all live in a house together. And I think the first season that they did this, the year it was like 93 or 94, I want to say, was the first year of the Real World. I could be off by a couple years because I don't remember what I ate for dinner last night, yet alone one.
Have you seen that shit that's come out called Fish Tank?
No.
It's kind of like a show, but you have to go to their website to watch it. And it's lit. You know the guy Sam Hyde? He's went viral a couple times on the internet. I don't know how to explain him. I'll show you a picture of him. You'll probably know. But they're basically doing that, but they pick like fucking people who've went viral, and they make them live in this house for like I don't remember how long.
I've seen clips of that shit on TikTok, and
They're not allowed to
always the
leave.
most obnoxious, annoying. Like people are going over the top, kicking doors, and like just screaming at. Like it is.
Yeah, those are like the highlights, though.
But it's like, bro, I want like, nah.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as Real World.
Nah, bro, because Real World, like,
no, Real World,
got their face like that. They were catching assault charges and shit.
So Real World,
they do fight on there.
But look though, check it out. Real World was, Nick, you would go on there and like he said, it was like 7 different people. And these niggas had a job and shit, or like worked at the same place, or like if they didn't, they had another job. If they didn't want motherfuckers to know what they was doing, they had that right too. You know what I'm saying?
But when this debuted, this is like still when like gay and lesbian rights was still coming up and shit. And this was like I think somebody came out on the show about like that, like, and they even that
like
one
with
season
their partner and shit, like
them in
an episode and shit.
Yeah, in one season, one of the roommates that they actually had living with people, I think was HIV positive or something like that. They were pushing boundaries and trying to expose people to people from different walks of life and seeing how other people handled it. And there were a couple instances where people got out of line, or like literally this dude assaulted this chick at the airport as like the show was ending. And it was a big drama and stuff, but it wasn't this over the top like, oh, I'm gonna wear a chicken suit with a bongo drum and just smack it 15 fucking inches from your fucking face. Nah, there's actual context to it.
You just don't understand what you're talking about is the problem here. You don't know enough about the show.
I don't, but like it's like fucking power slap. I see the clips and I've seen all I need to know.
You don't know why they're doing that though.
Look, what I'm saying is like the shit. So we know how it is now, right? And I'm not saying that it always hasn't been like that, or maybe even wasn't like that to begin with. Like, you got to remember, nigga, this is Hollywood. It's for entertainment. It's production. So, like, anything to go with that. So, it's like, all right, the idea to put niggas in the house, the shit that would happen would be because of, like, real shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this bitch was really talking shit to somebody, and this bitch walked in and said, "What did you say?" Mm-hmm. Oh, nothing. No, you're gonna I heard what the fuck you said, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And obviously you knew what you said if you ain't trying to repeat it.
Right. And so like we're seeing it, and like that was the first time you ever seen motherfuckers like get into it on TV. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we're coming out of sitcoms and like scripted. Hey, we're gonna show you certain shit and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But this was real. And so it's like when bitches first fought, and then once they seen that ratings went up because of that shit, then they was like, all right, we're going to take your phone and like cut off your access to TV and media and just put alcohol in the crib.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Bro, no, for real.
And that was like the formula. Like, that's Bad Girls Club. That's fucking Atlanta Housewives. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then once the shit got out of hand and motherfuckers start suing and getting hurt and like, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember when old boy smacked the old girl in the face. You know what I'm saying? Because they got into it because she like said some bullshit that like was defamation of character on this nigga. And he was like, no, bitch, like, we're talking about it and cool if you didn't know, but I don't have to forgive you. And then she was just basically like, well, then fuck it, I did mean it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And like, they got into it. And because they got into it, the like producers, like she either left or they made her leave, right? And as she's leaving, and like you come to find out that like something's wrong with her, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're like she's like schizo, she's got like Lyme disease, you know, not saying that that's mental, but like, you know what I'm saying? like you can tell she's just like, you know what I mean? Like one of them bitches. So she in the car and like it's this big moment at the end where like he's like, you know what? He gets up. Oh shit. What's that?
I don't know. I heard it.
Is it this? Maybe it was me. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
I was making sure it wasn't me.
Was it static? I actually hit my mic cable.
Yeah. You good now. So like, you know, there's like the music's playing and it's like this hopeful ass music and he's like, oh shit. And like he gets up and like tries to run to the car to try to like go catch her before she leaves. And you're thinking it's going to be like this big ass moment where he's like, you know what? All right, it's cool. And they're going to hug it out. And this is on the season finale, nigga. So he's like, he runs up to the door.
Yeah, he opens the door.
Like, opens the door and smacks the shit out of her and closes the door and walks back, nigga. And that's the end of the season. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, ain't nothing happening. And like maybe after that, they did the like, you know, 6 months after, like, hey, we're gonna bring everybody back and talk about the show. You know what I mean? And he was like, no, I slapped the fuck out of that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But it's like at that time, wasn't nobody doing that shit or showing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So like that's
they're like the pioneers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, literally. I mean, and then to bring it back into what we're here for. I mean, they copied the same blueprint moving forward with the Ultimate Fighter.
That's just boring as fuck. I always fast forward to the fights.
Well, yeah, but you like, I remember when the shit debuted. I don't even think we had DVR yet, where you had to watch the episodes.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. I remember watching Rampage smash through the fucking door.
And Judy Browning.
That's why I like
Let me bang, bro.
Series,
let me bang, bro. I did let you bang.
Let me bang, bro.
Let me bang again, bro.
That's why I like Contender Series, because it is Ultimate Fighter.
Yes.
But the fight.
It's just the fight.
You know?
Yeah.
I love Contender Series so much better.
Like, the way Contender Series is like a condensed version of the Ultimate Fighter, where they give you all the highlights of what this person is and what they've done, and then you just see them fucking fight.
Yep, I love it.
Yeah,
it's like a fight night on a Tuesday.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
speaking of, when the fuck are we supposed to expect Contender Series next season or whatever?
It's always in like late July or starts in like first or second week of August.
after fight week,
after International Fight Week, and like
and you know International Fight Week is happening late June this year, right?
Yeah, this year, yeah.
Do they change it? Like what determines
It
when?
usually happens
around the same time.
It usually happens the first week of July.
Gotcha.
Or first week or two. This is actually the first time they're having it in June.
I mean, like, was this a thing before? Did UFC invent International Fight Week, or do they celebrate it and it's always been a thing?
After a while, they did.
I think that's something they started
in the last 10 years. You know.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it didn't really become a big thing. I think, well, maybe it did prior to the pandemic, but it really kicked back off, I think, in 2022. They had a really big year. Like, I think that was the biggest year they had done it up to that point. And then they basically were building onto it last year when we went. So we
and
probably saw.
also last year was 30 years of UFC, the 30th anniversary.
Yeah,
so
they were. Yeah, it was a big fucking deal.
I did see this one guy who was trying to say, wouldn't it have been cool if they would have had their UFC commercial and then it says UFC 300 and then the 300 starts to split and then it says 30-0 and then you just hear Conor McGregor start laughing and it shows a picture of Khabib and Conor.
That would be dope.
Right? That one would actually meet the criteria probably.
That was like, just because
because nobody would see it coming.
Because we all know what Khabib said.
Yep, he said no, and his dad said no.
No, well, and also the fact that 300 falls over Ramadan. You think,
oh fuck, yeah, no chance then.
That's another thing too. I seen it started being circulated or speculated on last night. There was rumors that it was going to be Leon Edwards versus Khamzat.
Yeah, supposedly that's what they're targeting.
Well, and Khamzat's already shot it down. He said he's not fighting over Ramadan.
No, yeah, I get that, but I just think that's the one that they want. Because there's no other thing that is even close to
I'm telling you, and we kind of spoke on this in the chat earlier. My prediction for UFC 300, and I'm probably going to be off, but my guess is they're announcing 2 more fights to it. It's going to be Ankalaev and Pereira for the light heavyweight title, and then they're going to pull one out their ass, and they're giving us Conor and Chandler.
Sure.
I don't have any better ideas. I just don't think those are it. I don't have any better suggestions. I don't know what it would be, you know? I just don't think those are like the mind-blowing matchups that Dana keeps like teasing, you know?
But that's like, so what? There's just nothing else that could.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing
else would be either too soon or not important enough.
And that's the thing. It's not usually like Dana to oversell it and then not deliver. So it's like,
are they announcing Zuckerberg and Musk?
Oh, I have seen. I didn't see that realistically, but I did see that like tossed around, you know, playfully.
I'm going.
I'd watch that. I mean, I think Zuckerberg would beat the fucking brakes off of.
Bro, it's not even going to be a contest,
right? But I think Elon's also way bigger than Mark, so
it's not gonna matter. You gotta take him down and fucking suffocate the motherfucker. Well, it's gonna be personal.
I don't know if Musk gets on top, he's like over 200 pounds. Elon's like a light heavyweight and Zuckerberg's like a featherweight.
I like lightweight.
He's like 5'9".
So what's y'all's prediction though between Merab and Henry?
Oh, that's a tough one, to be honest.
What's that?
What? Who, me?
What'd you say?
I just said it's a tough one. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't hear you. What?
I didn't know if you said what to him or to me.
To both of y'all, because it was.
I said, who cares? Because ain't Triple C supposed to be retired? Why you ain't retired again?
That was just a money grab.
Well, no, and my guy, he talked about wanting to retire after losing to Sterling because he didn't win. He's like, I came back to be a champion. If I'm not champion, I don't know what the point of this is.
Did you see?
Let me go back and think about it. Did you see he fired his coach?
No.
Yeah, well, come to find out, supposedly it was all just a troll and it was a big prank. But the lead up to this fight, he let his longtime coach go, or basically said that he was going to be using other coaches.
I hate that guy. I hope he fires
work on different parts of his game. And he did this in front of the UFC embedded cameras.
Damn.
Yeah, Henry's coach is dumb and annoying. I fucking hate that guy, and I normally don't even care about coaches or managers or anything like that. But like, that's the only coach that I think is fucking annoying.
Why is that?
Have you ever seen the guy?
I've seen him. Yeah.
He's like always trying to steal attention from the fighters and make it about him. He's like always wearing those crazy ass fucking like, I just feel like he does anything to get in front of he does anything he can to get in front of the camera when it's about his athletes.
Fair enough.
And he's always dressing like fucking riffraff.
He's like the P. Diddy of the fight world.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know anything.
He's all up in videos. Diddy. Dancing,
all up in the studio, ad-libbing. So if y'all want none of that, come to Death Row.
Bro, that's still one of the dopest fucking acceptance speeches I think I've ever seen.
That's still
Snoop owns Death Row now, right? He like bought that
that's
shit a couple
still
years ago.
one of the scariest moments caught on fucking TV, nigga.
But then Snoop one-upped it when he got up there. It stirred the pot even more. What? You ain't got no love for us West Coast? Oh, well, let it be known. We know where we at.
Wait a minute, because you forgetting that Outkast won fucking album of the year.
You right.
From that, and Andre 3000 said, "Oh, y'all don't got no love for the South, nigga. Watch this."
Dropped a flute album.
That's it.
Nah, that was
25 years later.
Well, I was gonna say, that's when we really got hit with some of Outkast's dopest fucking music.
No, because they got that for ATLians, and then Stank On You came after that.
Yep.
And then the double album.
Speaker Box and the Love Below.
And the Love Below, nigga.
Bro.
And that nigga said, "I'm original Kendrick Lamar."
Is his Kendrick's most recent album as good as Damn? Because I really like Damn, but I haven't heard his more newer one.
I think it's better than that.
Damn. Okay, I need to check that shit out. What's it called again? It has kind of a goofy name, though. Like
Big Step, Mr. Morale or some shit.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
And the Big
I
Steppers.
think.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I gotta check that shit out.
So it's the album. Fuck. I would see. This is why I wish people like really knew who people was and the shit that they was listening to. So there's a nigga by the name of Pharaoh Monch, and he had a homeboy named Prince Poetry, and they went by Organized Confusion, and they were a hip hop group. They used to make these songs, and like conceptually, like you're like, okay, hey, this song is called Numbers, right? So you're like, oh, okay, they're obviously going to rap about numbers. Maybe some mathematics and numerology is in there. You know what I'm saying? But like then the degree these niggas take this shit to, you're like, fuck. I would have never thought about no shit like that, right? So you heard Damn, right? And was like, this motherfucker's like taking us to a different level. So Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is like, this is the album that basically is going to be the catalyst to why hip hop is going to evolve and grow along with the motherfuckers that was there. Do you know what I'm saying? So
I think so, yeah.
So this album made it okay to like not just rap about street shit anymore, but rap about, you know, black mental illness and father issues and
dramatic stuff.
Yeah, like shit that really matters.
Right, like actual life shit.
I mean? Right. Like one of my favorite songs off there is there's one where like him and his girl, I don't know who the girl is, shouts to her, but they like get into it. You know what I'm saying? In the song, and like they're arguing back and forth, and like it almost sounds domestic to then at the end, it's like her being like, no, just fuck me, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some toxic shit. And you're like, man, how did this nigga capture this shit? But it
it's some real shit.
Like how people used to think about when Pink Floyd made albums and Zeppelin, and how it would take Prince and shit, and it would take you on this journey, nigga. That's that.
I love that shit. I'm gonna have to listen to it tonight, probably.
So that's my opinion. Like I saw a lot of people, and I don't know if they were trolling, because I feel like hip hop is one genre that like authenticity matters, and motherfuckers gonna know. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you saying it to talk shit and just be like, oh, I'm talking shit, it is what it is, that's one thing. But I've seen a lot of motherfuckers be like, I don't want to listen to a whole album about mental health, nigga. Where the guns and drugs and shit? And it's like, okay, like I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but even you saying that like speaks volumes. You feel me?
Yeah, anyone who said that shit that wasn't joking is fucking crazy, because you got so many albums about that shit you could listen to whenever you want.
Yeah. Like, and not just, but I'm saying for hip hop, like, dog, people don't understand that.
Well, I think there was a lot of controversy too, because like in one of the songs, what are you talking about? A family member who was like a transvestite or
Right.
something along those lines, and people's like literally people were getting mad, like, oh, there ain't no room in hip hop to be talking, and it's like, no, that's life shit.
Yeah,
Hip hop
like
is life.
storytelling.
Yeah, like it don't matter what the story, like that medium is there for that reason. You don't get to dictate who the fuck says what when they're putting their art out. Like, if
Right.
you don't fuck with it, hit skip.
Yep. Doesn't Jay-Z have a song about has like his mom coming out or something, but he still loves her and all that shit?
I think so.
Pretty sure, and I fucking love that song. It's called Smile. I'm gonna listen to it right now.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So, if you want to go back and listen to Organized Confusion, a couple of tracks. One I would recommend is called Hate. It's two black dudes rapping from a white supremacist point of view. And then In Vitro, they're both from the point of view of a baby in the mom's womb, but one's a crack baby about to be born and the other one's about to be aborted.
Holy fuck.
Bro, that just reminded me a little bit of when you talking about like them spitting it from a racist point of view. That reminds me of the Joyner Lucas joint, the I'm Not Racist, I think.
Okay.
Like that's
so that, but like 20 years before. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like, because
Word up. We digress a little bit, but I'm okay with it, man. You already know my next best love besides fighting is music.
Yeah.
Right. Anybody who's on my Facebook likes music.
Yeah, I think so
Pharaoh
we could call this pod Fights and Mics.
Fights and Mics.
Okay.
I mean, you know. Pharaoh Monch himself has a song called Grape without the G. And it is about that, but it's not about that, like you think. Okay. And that's exactly what I mean, is like they had a way of taking subjects and tackling them and like making you understand and be like a dissertation. You know what I'm saying? To make you be like, damn.
Okay, right. Wait. So, hey, really quick here, fight related question. What did you say Roman Kopylov was over on the odds?
I think plus 195 when I looked earlier.
That's actually not bad considering that Fluffy is ranked 15. This is Kopylov's first shot at the top 15 guy.
Okay, yeah, you're right then.
Plus 195 against your first top 15 dude. That means they think he can still pull this out. They ain't trying to put the spread on it.
He going against the Wooden Gate.
Yep, the Wooden Gate. Yep.
That's just a regular old gate. You know what I'm saying?
The Fluffy Gate.
It ain't like a Hermansson gate that's made of motherfucking industrial steel.
Or at least iron at the least.
Fuck.
Man, that I give Hermansson credit. He
weathered the storm though at the beginning.
He reminded me, like, okay, there's a reason. I see why they didn't drop your ranking for being inactive for 2 years.
And it's really hard when you're in like his position because you're only fighting killers, really, you know? Like he got dropped like a sack of potatoes against Chimaev, and for all we know, Joe Pyfer was better than Chimaev, so now we do know, but
he said now we do, but no, it's all good. As I come to my Monaco Inn, shouts to the Kobe flavor. Not my personal favorite, but it was all right. You know, we gonna go and wrap it up. No Trojan.
No Trojan.
Any final thoughts or anything coming up y'all want to shout out?
Not right off the top of my head. I know I'm looking forward to this card this weekend, though. It should be a good one. I always get excited though when Volkanovski's fighting. He took me a bit to win over too because, like, I didn't want to. I don't know. I still fuck with Max Holloway the long way.
Right.
And when he did that to my boy, I was like, man, fuck you. And then he did it again, and I was like, man, double fuck you. And then he did it a third time, and I said, you know what? you got him that time.
Yeah.
And it's hard because you always want to let the champions, you know, kind of like establish themselves because you never know when it's going to be like a one and done. They lose their title after one fucking defense or whatever, and then they just fall off after that. So I feel like it's valid that we take a little while to warm up to people because you never know how long they're going to be there anyway.
Yep. Well, and everybody, when they get up to that spot, they talk that shit like they are him, like they are that GOAT. And, you know, after 30 years of hearing that, you don't believe everybody that you hear saying that shit.
Right. It's like, okay, yeah, you should believe that, but hopefully it's
even
true.
when they're performing, people still ain't wanting to believe it. Like, look at Izzy's run that he had before dropping the title and then getting it and then dropping it again. Minus that last year, that shit is nothing short of fucking impeccable what this motherfucker did in the amount of time that he did it. And people still hate like he isn't that.
Man. You already know.
But like I say that, but I feel the same way. Like when people talk about GSP being the GOAT, like the GOAT of decisions, maybe. But
the GOAT of decisions.
And bro, you lost to Matt Serra.
Yeah.
So,
but he got it back from Matt.
He got it right back. He got it right the fuck back.
I was gonna say that was an Anderson Silva, Chris Weidman situation there.
Bro, no, it was, but it wasn't though, because it wasn't an injury. Like GSP has been on record and just said, "Hey, I overlooked him," and it was the best lesson I ever learned because there was never another fight in my life, in my career, that I ever doubted anybody again, regardless of who they were. And because if he would have gone in with that mindset against Johnny Hendricks, he wouldn't have eked out that decision that he didn't win.
Yeah, I need to take this name and put it over here.
Right.
Because there was a lot of heat coming from the red corner tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You know
sir. I'm on one a little bit. I don't even know what set me off, but
hey, it's a good time.
It's better we wrapping it up because get banned on 3 platforms.
That's stupid.
But on that note, this is A1. I hope everybody enjoys their evening. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe, interact. Even if it's not live, go back and do it. It does help us out. I feel like I'm pandering, but I am pandering because help us grow this shit.
Right.
But y'all have a good night, and we will be back with y'all Sunday, probably Saturday evening too, for a little special. It's almost time. Watch party.
We're gonna have a 298er.
A UFC watch party.
Liddy.
But y'all enjoy your evenings. I will we'll link Saturday.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Let your boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.